Here's the truth. That quiet doubt that makes you delay sending an invoice or accept a rate that's a little too low, that isn't just a feeling. It's the mistake that costs 95% of creatives over $10,000 by year's end. Every month you wait, that doubt continues to chip away at your income. Let's stop leaving that money on the table. Together, I'll show you how to make the one shift that changes everything. Before we dive in, I want to be crystal clear. I'm a financial educator, not a licensed financial advisor. The ideas we talk about here are for educational purposes, to help you build awareness and ask better questions. This isn't personalized financial advice, so please always consult with a qualified professional for your unique situation. Okay, let's get into it. At the very heart of that doubt is a conflict that almost every creative person feels deep in their bones. It's the battle between your art and your business. On one side, you have the sacred act of creation. It's your passion, your voice, your soul made visible. It feels pure. On the other side, you have commerce, the transactional, logistical world of invoices, contracts, and asking for money. It can feel cold, corporate, and completely separate from the art itself. This internal tug-of-war is exhausting. We're taught to protect the sacred part of our work, so when it comes time to put a price on it, we flinch. It feels like we're cheapening the very thing we love. So what do? We undervalue it. We charge for the hours we spent, not the years of skill it took to do the work so well. We price our services based on how we feel about asking for money, uncomfortable, apologetic, instead of the immense value our work delivers to a client. We essentially pay a guilt tax for daring to merge our passion with our profession. So how do we heal this divide? What if the most revered creators in history already gave us the answer? A timeless principle that turns our craft into a sustainable career without selling our soul. That principle isn't some complex financial algorithm or a Silicon Valley buzzword. It's a concept as old and as sturdy as a master carpenter's workbench. It's called time-value exchange. And understanding it is the single most important step you can take to bridge the gap between your art and your business. Value exchange is the simple, honest truth that you are not being paid for your time, your passion, or your materials. You are being paid for the tangible value you create for someone else. The transaction isn't about you begging for money to support your art. It's a professional agreement where you solve a specific problem for a client, and in return, they provide you with the resources to continue solving problems. It reframes the entire conversation. You're not a starving artist asking for a handout. You are a specialist, a problem solver, a skilled professional whose expertise creates a measurable, positive outcome. This shift is everything. It moves the focus from your internal feelings of guilt or insecurity to the external reality of your client's needs. A wedding photographer isn't just selling a few hours of their weekend. They are providing a family with the permanent, cherished artifacts of a milestone moment. A graphic designer isn't just selling a logo file. They are delivering the visual foundation of a brand's entire identity, something that will generate trust and revenue for years to come. A writer isn't just selling words on a page. They are crafting the message that will persuade, educate, and connect a business with its ideal customers. When you see your work through this lens, pricing is no longer an emotional negotiation with yourself. It becomes a logical assessment of the value you provide. The guilt tax disappears because the exchange is fair and balanced. The money you receive isn't a reluctant reward for your passion. It's the fuel that allows your professional engine to run. It lets you buy better equipment, invest in your education, and most importantly, gives you the financial stability to say no to wrong-fit projects so you can focus on the work that truly matters. This is how you build a practice that honors your craft and sustains your life. I know this can still feel a bit abstract, so to make this principle tangible, let's use an analogy from a world we all understand intimately, the world of storytelling. Think of your professional service like the process of editing a film. The raw footage represents your years of practice, your creative instincts, and the hours you pour into a project. That footage has immense potential, but on its own, it's not a movie. It's just for you. The professional editor's job is to take all that raw material and shape it for an audience. They don't get paid for how many hours of footage they have. They are valued for their skill in crafting a compelling story that delivers a specific emotional experience. They make deliberate choices, cutting a beautiful shot that doesn't serve the plot, adding music to heighten a feeling, all in service of the final product's impact on the viewer. The value isn't in the raw footage, it's in the finished film. In the same way, your client isn't paying for your raw effort. They are paying for the expertly edited result that solves their problem. You are the editor of your own value, shaping your skills to create a specific, powerful outcome. An editor doesn't feel guilty for cutting a scene. They make a professional choice to serve the story. So the real question becomes, how do we step into that editor's chair for our own business and start making decisions based on the value we deliver, not the apology we feel? You step into that editor's chair the moment you make a conscious choice about your identity. It's the decision to evolve from seeing yourself as an asterisk artist who happens to do business to an asterisk creative professional whose business is their art. The difference is profound. An artist often waits for inspiration, for discovery, for permission. Their focus is internal, on the integrity of the work itself. This is beautiful and necessary, but it's only half the equation. The creative professional builds. They don't just create the work, they create the systems and the relationships that allow the work to thrive in the world. They actively listen for a client's problem, and then confidently present their craft as the solution. This isn't about trading your passion for a spreadsheet. It's about becoming a responsible steward of your own talent. You are the CEO of a one-person enterprise, and that enterprise is your creative gift. Your responsibility is to protect it, nurture it, and build a structure around it that is strong enough to last a lifetime. You stop apologizing for needing to be paid and start leading the conversation about the value you provide. Ultimately, this is the shift from a passive hope that your work will be valued to the proactive ownership of the value you create. It's the move from seeking validation to delivering solutions. So let's bring it all together. Let's outline the simple, actionable blueprint for making this mindset your new reality. So here it is, the blueprint in its simplest form. First, you reframe the transaction not as asking for money, but as a professional value exchange. Second, you shift your identity from a passive artist hoping for discovery to a proactive, creative professional who delivers tangible solutions. This isn't about changing your art, it's about building a sturdy business structure around it so it can thrive. You trade the apology for confidence, knowing that every dollar you earn is simply the result of a fair and balanced exchange of value. What is one tangible step you can take this week to embody this shift? Maybe it's rewriting a proposal or finally raising a rate you know is too low. Let us know in the comments below. And if you're ready to continue laying the foundation for a sustainable creative life, hit that subscribe button. We're building this blueprint together.